It was Friday.
Yeah. And that happens sometimes, but that's why, hey YouTube, that's why, you have a co-host
That
makes sure of those things,
I appreciate you. I
That's
appreciate
a
that.
good
I
little
appreciate the
balance
help
there,
that you provide. Um, I want to discuss what was going on through my brain because also why I just did not. When you go into just autopilot. So, and when you've said something, for the same thing for quite some time, um, you just put yourself in autopilot, right? We all do it. Um, and that's basically what happened. And so I was in autopilot because I was noticing like I'm like in the camera like this because I just started y'all, right? And I'm looking at y'all and I'm just like I'm noticing like, dang, Jazz, you is just stupid close to the camera right now. And why are you like that? This is what I'm thinking in my head as I'm talking to y'all. And so of course I go to back up as I'm continuing with the script, right? Right? And that's why I say Fly High Fridays as well, because it's like you're not here. Ooh, give it to me, God, because you're not here. You're not present. And BYRD Talk, we're all about being present,
yes.
Right? I don't even know why I wanted to tell y'all that, right? Because I knew I was in the camera, and I like to think for y'all sometimes, even though I get told that's not the best thing to do.
Yeah.
And so I just be wanting to let people know what be going on in my brain in exact moments of situations that be happening. Because you're watching, but you're not in my head. You don't know what's happening in here. I'm in a whole nother world, okay?
Yeah. And you decided to share that. And I respect that.
And it just brings us to what season are you in? Are you aware enough? Because I feel like that's still aligned.
Yeah.
Where are you? Are you present? Are you here? Do you know where you are? Do you know what it feels like, look like, taste like? I don't know why I did that because isn't that how you check when the wind's blowing? Yeah, what it tastes like, what it sound like, what it smell like. What do you know, or do you
That's
not
a good
know?
question. I don't know if my mic is working, so I'm gonna lean over into yours as well, just in case.
Instagram, let us know.
Yeah, because on my phone it's not pulling up because it's saying it's having a problem.
Should I
see? Because even the blue has went out, so it's like
it ain't even.
Like that's as far as it's getting.
Yes, that's not.
So,
well, yeah, that's off. I don't think. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're here. So hey,
to remember this one for sure needs to get on that charger.
The first one.
Yeah.
We'll get that first because this one's pretty good. It ain't went off yet.
Yeah.
No went blue.
But
yes. So I used to ask myself that question years ago and had no clue. I had no clue of what season. Is this like your harvest season? Is this your waiting season? Is this your planting season? Is this your hustle season? Is this your rest season? Is this your you season? Like, there's a lot of different seasons. It's more than just winter, fall, spring, and summer. Even though we just started the summer.
Hey.
So as we all know, yes, we're in summertime. It's the summer season. That's the season we're in. Yes. For sure. But what season are you in, I guess, more spiritually, internally? Do you know? And I think you should know it just as well as the actual seasons.
Yeah. I feel you on that. Because that's the wave I definitely have been on. And right now it's helping me to stay aware of what's really going on in reality for me and help me stay on track of and focused, on my true goals and desires. You know what I'm saying?
What it is
because
yes. Say that word focus.
Because it's like if I'm unaware of what season I'm in, that's when I'm doing stuff really without true intent.
Yes.
And I'm just
doing.
I'm just
scripting.
Doing.
You're just going autopilot, like I said earlier. So, right? You just go into what you're used to doing.
Yeah.
What you're comfortable with.
Yep. So when I'm not recognizing what season I'm in, I realize that I do that. I get complacent.
Mm-hmm.
I get, comfortable.
It makes me think about how we all have like our favorite season,
Yeah.
but really just love all the seasons. Which makes me think about, are you on top of a hilltop, or are you down low in the valley? Is the valley low? I'm asking you.
The valley is low and the peak is high.
There we go. Are you on the peak? Do you know that? Or are you in the valley?
That's a good question to ask yourself. I feel like you should ask yourself that maybe on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
You
Like, where are
could
you?
do it every
Not even
day
a week.
if
I would
you're that
suggest
kind
a
of person.
daily person. Like,
Yeah, but
where
I
are
don't
you?
think in that area, I'm not quite a daily person. I can see myself doing that at least once a week
Mm-hmm.
and being good with that.
Or you can ask yourself, was this week
Because I feel like
peak
if I'm
week?
asking myself that every day, I'll overthink it.
Well, it's not, because it's not like asking at every moment of every day, right? It's asking like maybe in the morning and in the evening, or at the end of your day.
Yeah,
What type of day was this for you?
I can see that.
Did you stay on the peak, or are you in the valley? And then it's just like, how do you look at the peak in the valley? Do you look at the valley as something bad because it's low, and the peak is high because it's good?
Yeah.
Like, can you find the good in both?
Right.
In whatever season you are in?
Because we gotta start becoming aware that we're gonna get both.
Regardless.
We're gonna get both.
And I just like, I'm gonna be honest, because that was something that God brought to me in scripture, of how he explained how he brings it all, the good and the bad. So praise me through it all. What do we say? And I don't have my journal, y'all, so sorry, I cannot actually like give you precise scripture.
Yeah.
But once I start remembering to bring my journal, I got y'all.
Yeah. We're definitely getting back into that season.
Got to, because it's been so many.
And
good
that's
things.
Gonna be really what's going on over here is journal entry, for sure.
What's been going on?
Yeah, for
in
sure.
These little noggins.
Really talking out the situations that really need to be talked out.
Yes.
Because sometimes, yes, a lot of things need to stay in the journal and stay with you and God, but it is some where it's just kind of like, nah, do you think you can help me with this? I feel like I'm struggling with this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And getting out of that, knowing that I have somebody to help me, that God gave me that gift of having a person, a human
tangible
being,
person.
a tangible, is what I call it.
Yeah.
So, having that person that I truly can just dish it all out. Yeah. Being able to do that, but not too many times, understanding that they are still human beings, but learning the boundaries of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And understanding that you do have it. Because I think that's the part where we say, oh, you suffering in silence then. You ain't saying nothing. What's going on? Now you just got attitude with me.
True.
And I haven't done anything.
The other person has done absolutely nothing, and it's just like, and you're projecting and taking it out on that person instead of giving yourself what you need.
Yeah.
What do you need?
Yeah.
What do you want?
What is truly frustrating you? And let's talk about it. And
Where
you
does
have
it-
a person here actually that
could help you,
has the patience enough
to sit
and
there
the
with
care
you,
to sit there with you and walk through it with you.
But you got to be able to walk through it, because we can't do the circle thing. So we got people that do they like to go around in circles, and it's just like,
I know
we're
for
getting
me,
anywhere.
and for me, I feel like I'm so aware that I'll be done said that. Like, hey, this is just a vent session. I ain't gonna lie to you, but I know what I'm in and I'm gonna stay in it. But I just feel like I need to just say, but I need to vent some things.
Yeah. And that's okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I totally understand. And then the other person got to be aware enough to know, can you take that off?
Yeah. Yeah.
In this moment, do you have the strength? But that's because
this
is partnership life.
Huh? Because I have gotten tested with that.
With who? Oh, well.
Yeah. Of sitting down and trying to express, but you have to understand certain things that just need to be left with you and God.
Yep.
You're trying to dig your hand into it a
And
little too soon. You know what I mean? Not realizing that the person that you chose to communicate these things with is really not ready. It's not ready for that conversation.
And there's literally nothing you can do about that. There's nothing you can say, and there's nothing you can do.
Nope.
You could do what you want. Free will. Do what you want.
Yeah.
Please. To your heart's galore. Yeah. Do what you want.
But that teaches you, I feel, true discernment. Mm-hmm. You practice it. You know what I'm saying? You're getting your practice in.
Yeah. For sure. Because it has gotten easier throughout my years to notice friends who are genuinely for me and who aren't.
Yeah. Because that was my problem, since this first started journey. Like, if I can go back and, really see how I really was back then, it was like you not discerning correctly. And that's why it seemed like, dang, I was thinking of that and I believed in that. But then the minute I told and let it out, I'm thinking this person is for me, in my circle, in the same belief as me, but end up not being so.
Yeah. They're not really, and you could tell because of the way they're receiving, or if they're able to receive what you're saying.
Yeah.
And how they
and your blessings will get pushed back for that, because here you are yapping
to the wrong people,
to the wrong folk, about what your little heart's desire.
Because from the physical surface level, it looks like, oh, they're cool, they're good.
Yeah.
They're good for me, God. How you gonna tell God?
Yeah.
God knows everything. Everyone, inside and out. So sometimes things happen to where it looked like he just like, dang, I just missed that person.
Yep.
Why couldn't we just align together? Because he not in your corner. That person's not in your corner.
Because I felt very stagnant in a certain season of my life. Just felt like I wasn't going nowhere. And I kept trying different things to see if I can surpass, that level.
Yeah.
Because I knew in my heart I wanted to up my level, When you start to get older, and you're saying your age every year, you be like, dang, but I'm this age, but when I was this age, I was still doing that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I had became aware of that, you know what I'm saying?
Again, going back into the thing that you're used to doing and you just keep doing it, and then you start to get to the point where you're like wondering why do I do this? And it's like it's like, even if it doesn't work for you, that's the funny thing. Sometimes we'll keep running something and it's broken, really, but we'll keep running with it.
Yeah.
And keep hitting our head with it and wondering why this shit ain't working.
Yeah.
And get off the hamster wheel.
Yeah,
get off.
It's because you have to let it go.
You gotta let it go. Gotta get off. And then
let it go.
I've had to do that before and sit there and ask, like, I don't even know what I would do. I know this ain't that's not something that's working for me. I can clearly see that now. But now, even if I do let that go, I don't know what else to do.
Yeah.
What else am I supposed to do? Still let it go and trust God, because He's still gonna lead you to where you need to go. But you have to let go of that's no longer serving you, to be able to grasp what He has for you.
Yeah, and we have to trust that what's next for us is better.
Yes. And I'm just speaking from experience, y'all.
From experience.
I'm speaking from experience. It's always better.
It's always
I know.
Better.
Look,
it's always better.
Every job I've had, every boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, I promise y'all, it's just gotten better. Now, granted, at one point, was I aware of that?
Yeah.
And did I see all the negatives and all the lows and thought it was the worst of the worst? Yes. But then it's just like I always come back to, like, so if a job let me go or anybody let me go, it's be like, oh, okay. you wasn't for me. God gotta have something better. And if I was crazy about this job or this person, imagine. Because I was taught that God always got something better, right? We just said that, right? God got something better.
Yep, if we truly believe it.
So, and if I've been paying attention, right, and I've been looking back and I've been noticing the signs and my own patterns and my own journey, staying focused on that, then you would see that. Well, I don't even know about y'all because I need to stop. I'm just giving y'all an example because I'm here to be a light to lead back to God. That's what we're here for, ultimately.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that it's going to work the same way it's worked for us.
Right.
We're just sharing our experience to get you to see that you can go to God.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to God.
And that's what he wants.
Go to God and see what God has for you specifically.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's what he wants. And that's what path that we have chosen, you know, as an ongoing, you know, because I don't think this is like a you know, like a stop and go kind of thing. This is like a more like, I done got on this train and I'm never getting off this one. You know, this one works for me. You know, this one works for me. So I think I'm good here. You know, and it's just like, life is very simple. I done had to say it again because we've said this before, actually. But life is simple. It's just not easy. You know,
we make it hard.
We
our
make
ego,
it hard.
Our pride.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
you know, feed into it correctly because I feel like that we have it for a reason, but because of the way we were taught to deal with our ego and pride, we don't know how to deal with it as anything. So it's just like getting off that hamster wheel of, okay, well, what else can I do then?
Yeah.
How can I deal with this?
Yeah.
And look at it differently. Because I'm literally seeing a different perspective to everything. Mm-hmm. It's not just what you...
Because for me, the season that I'm in right now is a very good one. I feel like I'm at my peak right now, you know, with everything, my job, relationship, you know, certain relationships. But I do feel like ultimately,
it's
you know,
better.
that will get better. But, you know, that's what we were saying though. You got to have some good and some bad. God going to give you some good and some bad, right? But I do feel like in this season for me, I am just doing what makes me happy. You know, literally just doing that.
Doing what I want to do.
Asking God, you know,
having that conversation with God, you know, creating that relationship with Him. Like, hey,
you know,
Lord, I would love to do this. What you think?
You know,
how you feel about it? That's literally how I do.
You know,
what you feel about it, God? Like,
just include Him, just including Him, right? With your steps.
What you think about this plan?
You know,
I know you know everything. You got the blueprint. You got it all, right?
Exactly.
You know.
And so, and with that, I just feel like, okay, this right here can turn into, I feel like, a path, you know, a new path right here, you know, right. Because I'm liking this. I'm at a peak right now.
Yep.
You know, so
I feel like we've had 2 peak days.
Yeah.
Back to back, which is wild because before the 2 peak days, I had a very low day. I had a valley day.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was low, but I will say it was a valley day.
Yeah.
And I had to find the good in it and still praise God in the midst of it. And it's just like it got double whammy of the peaks, right?
Yep.
I feel like
congratulations to our cousin Ben.
Yes.
Ben and Abby. Congratulations
on y'all's wedding. It was beautiful.
On the wedding yesterday, that was wonderful. So that's another reason why we had to catch you on the Saturday, boo. Good. But you know, and today we had our baby cousin's Mia graduation.
Shout out to her.
Yes.
Shout out to them.
Love you both.
Starting our summer season off right.
Yeah, for sure.
In celebration.
For sure.
We had some more. Never mind. Just know great things. Great things have been happening. I feel like I'm coming out of my waiting season. I was going to say, how long have I been in my waiting season? Because I've been asking that to myself. And y'all, it's been a minute. I don't think I want to tell you how long I've been in this waiting season. But, and it's been times, it's been lows and highs, y'all. Lows and highs.
Yeah.
but staying focused on God and knowing that, okay, this is for His glory. This is for some good. There's some good here. God will show me that. Let me just keep pushing.
Yep.
Keep pushing, because it's really all in the mind.
It is, it is. And that's why I say that about me. Like, that's why the peak that I'm at, I'm like, you know what? I know I can't stay here always, but I'm observing more in this season of my peak. So that way I can know how to get back to it. You know what I'm saying? I know this works. I know how to get back to it. I have just gotta stay consistent in what I've already been doing, what I've learned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Until I know another way, until I learn a new way.
There's so many ways.
Because it is.
Nothing is impossible.
No.
You know what also that's been stuck in my head, which y'all probably have heard of this before, but if you look at how impossible is spelled, have y'all ever thought about that, the way impossible, the word impossible is spelled?
Mm-hmm.
I am possible. So nothing. I know, but it's I and M.
Just in case
they didn't get it. Oh, I'm sorry, because it was just like, it was literally an I, and then I just said M, but it sounds like am.
It did.
It's M.
I ain't want nobody to come on.
Or I'm. Thank you for explaining, Candy Poo. If y'all didn't get it, y'all just wild. Anywho, but we're here for everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
So literally nothing's impossible because you're possible. Literally.
We just got to get the ego, the fear, the baby in discernment. We got to up those things, so we can reach higher levels, new levels, which are higher levels.
Again, we're just doing this.
You know what I mean?
We're not going here and going down, but we're going up as we're going through the lows and highs. Up.
So,
and it is, and I can really see it getting better. I could really see it. I didn't used to be able to see it. I literally, y'all, did not used to be able to see it, did not understand. Was literally always asking, why me? Why is this happening to me?
Yeah. And I don't know, what it is for me too is, I'm coming into a season of where my child is, getting ready to be a teenager.
Grown.
So that's another reason why I'm coming harder to become a better me.
Yeah.
Like that's why I'm coming so hard to reach that better me, that best version of me, because I want my daughter to experience that.
Yeah.
And not halfway. I want like, have you ever desired what your kids would say, parents out there? Have you ever desired kind of what your kids would say when they get older about you? You know what I mean? You kind of like replay. You kind of play that.
What they
yeah.
Think? You know what? I ran across a video. Dang. There was. I have to actually send it to you because I thought it was pretty good. I think I may have saved it. But basically, they were talking about how with their kids, and y'all know I'm horrible with names and podcasts. I'm sorry. It was a snippet on TikTok. I'll find the video. I'll send it to Kandice, and maybe we'll get it posted so y'all can know what I'm talking about. But It was these two young ladies on their podcast, and they were talking about how what they're doing with their kids is like they have their kids rate them. Like, so how is my parenting today?
Yeah.
Scale 1 through 10. Like, honestly.
Right.
And be honest. And this is a safe space. I'm not going to get mad or nothing, just... But I thought it was something different because how many of us do we really know where your parents come to you be like, hey, Ray, how have I been doing?
Yeah.
Right. Now, granted, I can't say that my parents probably leave me stupid. Like, what? You better take whatever I give you. That's what are you saying? Right. Yeah. But to open that up for your kids though, and let them raise you. And then because you mentioned it, it's happened to you. And your mama, and you've brought this up to where it's just like, but we don't listen to the kids.
Yeah.
We think they don't know what they're talking about, but they are humans like everyone else. They're people, right?
Mm-hmm.
They are aware to an extent and know when you're being mean. or when you're parenting. Like, I think they can also tell the difference sometimes, not all the time, because I get it, because we do have to. I get it, y'all. They're still kids, yes.
Yeah.
But there are some things that to where it's just like, sometimes we do take our stress out on our kids.
Yes.
And they can very much tell that.
Yeah.
And then you're kind of teaching them how to deal with life and to project your stress out on other people because it was done to them.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, we don't realize that. We don't notice that.
Right. Right.
So I just thought that was just a different way to look at that and to, wow, you are going to ask your kids that, huh? I even thought it was weird, right? But I'm like, but I thought it was cool. And then they break them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
really like that because I've made it. Yeah, because I have made it a point for me and my daughter to have like that sit down talk for the week, kind of like I do with BYRD Talk. I do the same with my daughter too. We have our date where we just kind of sit there and I'm like, well, how's the week been?
Right. Have those conversations.
She has a split household, so I do ask, not to be in that household's business, but I do ask, like, how was it? It was,
did you have a good time?
Just
conversation.
Vague, just to make sure she's not hiding something that she maybe wants to tell.
Yeah.
But just feel like she didn't have the open floor for it, So it's just like, I'm doing that. And I think I want to take that one with me too. I think I want to start asking that one and see, because that shows them too. Because I felt a little bamboozled growing up. I believed every word my mama said. I thought she was superwoman. Thought she knew everything.
My parents, I did everything that my parents realized, not everything, but it's just like, yes.
Yeah, but I realized growing up and having a kid, it's like, I don't know everything, and I don't need to be, and I don't want to show my daughter that as if I know everything.
If anything, I would want to teach my kids to go to God. You can come to me now because I am your parent, right? And
yeah, for sure.
I'm here, right, for you. But we all know we won't always be here, and I need you to know that God is always with you.
Yeah.
I need you to
because
know
tomorrow isn't promised,
right?
Sometimes it do kind of go a little out of order where the kids is burying their parents.
Yeah.
I mean, the parents is burying their children.
Yeah.
And so it's just kind of like, you definitely want to instill that one into them, because that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? You're faithful and you're submitted and you're committed to your creator.
Yeah.
So yes, make sure you're introducing them to how you doing it for real out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? So that way, like, if it came a time where it's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna be here, where it's like, yeah, you are going to bury me one day.
Yeah.
But tomorrow isn't promised. So it could be, you're thinking you're gonna be in your 40s when you lose me, but it may, you know what I'm saying, be earlier. You know what I'm saying?
You just never know.
You just never know. And so yes, it's very important that I instill God, going to God. You don't necessarily have any friends.
God is your friend. He closer than a brother.
Because I know you're gonna watch every single video. I know my baby gonna tune in.
I really like that we do these two, and that we're never. Well, I'm not gonna say never.
I feel like my baby one day she gonna start tuning in when she's a little older and see what was my mama talking about.
Like, is this my mom?
Yeah, and so yes, I'm talking to you. Yeah, talking to you.
For all my students that run across, that be looking for me. Hey y'all.
Yeah,
like, you found me.
Yeah, make sure, if anything, go to God.
Yes, please.
Because that's definitely what
he knows everything. He's already telling you we won the game, right? When do you want to go? When you want him on your side? When you want to go to him and be like, okay, God, what do you have for me? How can I win at this game called life? What do I need to do? Right? Yep. And you sit there with him, you beat with him, you give it to
him. Yeah. Every time
he will show you.
He never fails.
Ask.
He's very consistent.
Very reassuring. Confirmations out the galore. So I stay asking for signs, and I stay getting them. Okay.
Like literally hours after.
It's just like clockwork. The crazy time. Part. And it's on time, because when I tell you the time, and then the time trips me up every time. The numbers.
Yeah.
And not even just numbers. It would be certain things said that is repeated in different ways, and I'd be like, well, what are the odds of that? But nobody pays enough attention to the different conversations as you hop around through life, and it's just like, pay attention to what's being repeated in different scenarios. Like literally, like just pay attention, just be open to it. It'll come back up. You'll be like, sorry, I was just talking about that to somebody else, or I just saw this video on TikTok about such and such, and now I'm talking to the stranger about said video. They know about the video. We're just bringing it up. It's happening for a reason. Things like that happen in real lifetime, y'all. And I thought that was just like movie talk. That's just but your life is a movie.
Yeah.
That's the wild thing. It's your movie and it's unfolding in front of you. You just don't know what's going to happen next. God be like, you ready for tomorrow? You'd be like, I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. He's like, that's the adventure. Aren't you excited? You don't know what you're going to do. You don't know what I'm going to do for you tomorrow. I can make you win the lottery tomorrow. You don't know. Your life can change tomorrow. It can change tonight. We've seen it happen. Heck, you've seen it happen in your own life. We've been watching this movie since we were born. It's a long ass movie.
Yeah.
And the world keeps trying to shorten our attention spans. That means they're trying to kill us, y'all. Y'all didn't get that.
Overpopulated.
Thank you.
But on that note, we do have to go.
Oh, snippity snap.
So it is Saturday, but until next Friday.
Or Saturday.
Or Saturdays. Sometimes we do come on Saturdays, but we are going to try to commit to Fridays. So yeah, until next Friday, make sure that you are guided by love and show gratitude, show love, and be guided by, gratitude every single day. Just put that in the routine,
Work it in there.
Follow our socials down below, Instagram, YouTube, down below. Maybe hit that subscribe button if you like what you see today. I do appreciate you for being here. If you are still here, I just want to say thank you for everything. And, just make sure you kind of sit with yourself this week and see what season you really are in.
Mm-hmm.
And
if you don't know, ask God. He will show it to you. Open up to see it.
Yeah. So until next Friday, bye.
Bye.